Today I'm going to attempt to climb Hihimanu. It stands 2,500 feet overlooking Hanalei, and this thing just begs to be climbed. But to make it to the top, it's not easy. You have to scale 32 consecutive ropes going through some of the steepest terrain I have ever seen.
Okay, so I've made it to the second bench. Beyond this point, it gets very technical. There's gonna be a series of 32 ropes coming straight up to the summit. This part is where it gets hard. This is where most people turn around, and I'm gonna attempt to get up there. Wish me luck. Alright, I'm not gonna get you.
Once you pass the second viewpoint, it starts to get pretty rough. Just a lot of brush and a lot of narrow trail and a lot of up and down.
See, I just came down that. Like I said, I'm gonna see how far I can get. That's number 2 of 32 separate ropes you gotta take to get to the top of this thing. And there's nobody else up here, which so far hasn't been too bad, and it hasn't been too muddy.
I can't even describe to you at this point how challenging it started to get. And there's so much up and down. I really didn't film any of it because there was so much that I needed both hands for, and it was non-stop climbing up and down ropes.
Okay, so I'm in the last maybe mile, and I'm hitting the part where it's super technical. I want to film all this, but I'm by myself, and it's not smart. I need both my hands. So these ropes, I can hold on and not slip, but basically I got drop-offs on both sides of me. But it's fun. It's crazy. But yeah, that's where I came from. Kind of made it up to the top and dropped down, and now I am, you can't see the summit, but it's way the heck up, about another 1,000 feet. So I'm gonna put this thing up for a little bit. See you at the top.
So no, I did not make it to the top. I made it as high as I could. I got to the steep part just below where it kind of evens out before the summit. It was rough.
I mean, I've done some dangerous stuff. This is the most dangerous trail I've ever been on. And that being said, I've reached my limit for today. I'm about to turn around. It stinks because I'm about a quarter mile from the summit of Hihimanu. I'm way the heck up here. But this last little push to get up to the summit is so vertical. I started to climb up to the top. There's a couple times my footing has slipped, it's crumbled underneath me. And I've went to like literally holding myself by the ropes. It's just, at this point, it's just too dangerous. For me being alone, I'm not gonna do it. I'm turning around. Check out this view of where I've made it to. It's way the heck up here. It's looking down at Hanalei. So this is where I'm at. Literally vertical. It's been like that for a solid half mile. Just straight ropes. Sounds like fun. It's not. And I can't describe to you how steep that is. I mean, that's almost again vertical. Not fun. So I have to be smart about this. I'm by myself and I have a heck of a climb down.
So as I was coming down the trail, I ran into a girl who was hiking solo, and I noticed that evening that she posted a review on All Trails. So I'm gonna read you some of the highlights here. This hike is not for the faint of heart. I trusted many of the ropes and routes with my life. I knew this hike was an adventure, but damn, it's the most wildest hike I've ever done. This is a must if the conditions are right and you know what you're getting into and are in great physical and mental shape. There were many moments I had to take deep breaths to make sure I was sure-footed. This is not a hike to slip, fall, or become ill on. To sum it up, this hike is wild. And then she goes on to say that she's feeling very grateful to have survived the hike to the summit. I wish I would have made it.
All right, finished up. Man, I wish I would have made that summit. But it's just too dang slippery. I'm fine with steep, I'm fine with climbing. I'm not okay with slippery. Because if I would have slipped, there was no stopping it. I would have gone 100 feet. Amber and the girls are at the condo. I don't want them to get a phone call that I've been in an accident. So I have my limits and I'm okay with that. It was awesome. Views are great. Start early. Man, it's brutal. There's so much up and down. Because you're not just climbing up, you're climbing up, you're climbing down, climbing up, climbing down, and it's tiring. It is exhausting. That is seriously one of the toughest day hikes I've ever done. If you come out here to do this summit, just be careful. Just know what to expect. Here we go. I didn't die!
I'm so glad. You didn't text me back, so I was starting to get a little worried.
Oh, I didn't get a text, I'm sorry.
They picked out the best pineapple for us. They said it's the sweetest.
Yes! Oh, heck yeah!
Banana bread with macadamia nuts.
That's awesome.
Kale.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
And a lot of other stuff that we already ate.
Awesome. Hop on in. Oh, that was so hard.